Today, you'll climb into a 2-ton metal box, point it at other 2-ton metal boxes coming the opposite way at 70 miles an hour, and separate yourself from a head-on collision by a painted line and a stranger's attention. You won't feel a thing. But strap that same body into a padded seat with a safety card and a trained crew, and something primal takes over. Your palms sweat, your knuckles whiten. Every little bump feels like the beginning of the end. Here's the strange part. By the numbers, that padded seat is one of the safest places your body will be all year. The car was the dangerous part. So why does the safe thing terrify you and the dangerous thing bore you? And why can't you argue yourself out of it, even when you know the odds? Here's the answer that feels obvious and is dead wrong. Flying feels scarier because it's more dangerous. You're in a sealed tube 6 miles up with no engine of your own and nowhere to run. Of course your body panics. That's Fizz's answer, and Fizz is about to get humbled. Because the numbers don't just disagree, they laugh. In the United States, your lifetime odds of dying in a car crash are roughly 1 in 93. Your odds of dying on a commercial flight are so small that statisticians struggle to write them as a clean fraction. One researcher at MIT worked it out like this. You could take a random flight every single day and on average go tens of thousands of years before dying in a crash. Not tens of years, tens of thousands. So your fear meter is pinned to red for the plane and sitting at 0 for the car, and it has the two completely backwards. Which means the fear isn't measuring danger at all. It's measuring something else. The rest of this video is figuring out what. Start with the gauge your brain actually reads. In the early 1970s, two psychologists, Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, discovered that people don't estimate risk by looking up statistics. They estimate it by how easily an example springs to mind. They called it the availability heuristic, and it's running in your head right now. Ask yourself how dangerous flying is, and your brain doesn't pull a spreadsheet, it pulls a memory. And what memory does it find? A plane crash is a global event. It leads every newscast for a week. It gets a documentary. It gets a diagram with little dotted lines. 200 people gone in a single headline. Meanwhile, around 40,000 Americans die in car crashes every year, and you can't name one of them. Each is a paragraph in a local paper, if that. So your memory is stacked with vivid cinematic plane disasters and almost nothing on the daily wreckage on the road. Your brain counts the examples it can find, finds plenty of crashed planes and no crashed cars, and hands you a verdict. Planes are terrifying. It's not lying to you. It's just counting headlines instead of bodies. But vivid memories are only half of it. Your fear runs on 2 more hidden dials, and flying cranks both. The first is control. Behind the wheel, your hands are on it. You can brake, swerve, slow down, pull over. That steering wheel in your grip convinces your brain the risk is manageable, even when it isn't. Psychologists call it the illusion of control, and it's why the same person who white-knuckles a plane seat will happily text at 70 miles an hour. On the plane, you control nothing. You're cargo. The second dial is dread, and this is the big one. A risk researcher named Paul Slovic spent decades showing that we don't really fear deaths, we fear the way they arrive. 200 people dying together, all at once, in one fireball, registers as pure catastrophe. The same 200 dying one at a time, spread across 100 roads on 100 different Tuesdays, barely registers at all. Identical body count, wildly different terror. Flying maxes out every dial your fear meter owns, no control, and the ultimate all-at-once catastrophe. Driving quietly minimizes all of them. Your fear isn't broken, it's just weighing the wrong things. So why is your fear meter built this badly? Because it was never built for this century. The machinery deciding how scared you feel is ancient, tuned over millions of years for a world of predators, cliffs, and rustling bushes, where the smart move was to react instantly to anything sudden, close, and out of your control. That system has never heard of a base rate. Now look at what flying does to it. You're sealed in a space you can't leave. You're unnaturally high off the ground, which trips a fear of falling older than our species. You feel strange forces, the drop of turbulence, the lurch of the wheels, that your body reads as things breaking. And you have zero control over any of it. To a nervous system built on the savannah, that's a 5-alarm emergency. Driving, meanwhile, sets off almost nothing. It's familiar, it's low to the ground, your hands are busy, and you can pull over anytime you like. Your ancient alarm shrugs. So your body isn't reacting to the danger in front of it. It's reacting to how much the moment resembles the things that killed your ancestors, and a plane resembles all of them at once. But here's where it fizzes. This miscalibrated fear isn't just embarrassing, it has a body count of its own. After the attacks of September 11, 2001, millions of Americans were too frightened to fly. So they did the thing that felt safer. They got in their cars and drove. A German psychologist named Gerd Gigerenzer decided to count what that fear cost. He tracked U.S. road deaths in the 12 months after the attacks and found that roughly 1,600 more people died on the roads than the trend predicted, because they'd swapped the safe plane for the dangerous car to avoid being afraid. Sit with that number. The fear of dying in a plane killed around 1,600 people on the highway. That is more than the total number of passengers and crew on all 4 planes that day combined. The terror of the crash killed more people than the crashes did. Just quietly, 1 car at a time, exactly where nobody was looking. Your fear meter didn't only read the danger backwards, it reached into the real world, moved people from the safe option to the deadly one, and called it caution. And once you see this bug, you see it everywhere. It was never about planes, it's about which risks get to feel scary. You fear sharks, which kill maybe 10 people a year worldwide, and swat lazily at mosquitoes, which kill over 500,000. You fear the terror attack that leads the news, and shrug at the heart disease that quietly kills more Americans than anything else. You fear the nuclear plant, and never the coal smoke. In every case, the same rule decides your fear. Vivid, sudden, catastrophic, and out of your control gets dialed up to maximum, while slow, familiar, and self-inflicted gets waved right through. Your fear meter isn't reading reality. It's a caveman skimming the headlines. So the next time your knuckles go white at 35,000 feet, you can tell yourself the truth. That isn't danger you're feeling. It's an ancient alarm wired for a world that no longer exists, reacting to how a situation looks instead of what the odds actually are, and getting it exactly backwards. The dangerous part was the drive to the airport, which leaves a genuinely uncomfortable question worth sitting with. If your fear points the wrong way this reliably, what else are you scared of that's secretly safe, and what feels safe while quietly putting you at risk? Drop the thing you're irrationally afraid of in the comments. And if the hidden why behind your own brain is the kind of thing that lives rent-free in your head, subscribe. There's a lot more of you left to explain. Speaking of your body betraying you, your face has a reflex you can't fake and can't stop, and the reason why is on screen right now.